Giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakahakwadash, the Barnes, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the Akim out there pushing in sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. You can see here, man, Trump tells Americans to pray after Putin reveals nuclear weapons plan. See, this is proof of every time some form of devastation happens, everybody then turns to the most spiritual people on the planet. Now Americans want to pray, right? Now these presidents want to tell Americans to pray, right? Now everybody wants to pray because now they see some type of trouble coming, man. Now they about to start seeing their income, and now everybody want to pray. See, that's what happens, man, right? And that's what I'm going to title this video. Now Americans want to pray. Now America wants to pray. Now America is spiritual, right? Now that they see their shit to get ready to start coming down, man. Now all of a sudden everybody want to pray. You atheists, I don't believe in the power. When something happens, now all of a sudden I want to pray, man. Right? It has never failed, man. It has never ever failed. Now all of a sudden everybody want to pray, right? We must pray, and then pray to who? You keep talking about pray, but pray to who? To whoever you worship. See, America is full of shit, man. The world is full of shit. Each and every last one of you people out there, man, you are all phony, man. Now America wants to pray, right? Former President Donald Trump called on Americans to pray after Russian President Vladimir Putin revealed his latest plans for his country's nuclear weapons over the weekend. Putin announced on Saturday plans to place nuclear weapons in Belarus for the first time in decades as Russia's relations with the West continue sour amid its invasion of Ukraine. Right? The conflict long sparked concerns of escalation. Look, man, before all this stuff was even thought of, you know what I'm saying? Before all this stuff was even thought of, right? Before all this Russia, Ukraine, and all this other stuff was thought of, who was out there prophesying all this, man? The Israelites. We've been prophesying this for years upon the 60s, before the 60s, been prophesying this. But again, like I said in the video yesterday, America was so much in its prime at that time, and Hollywood was doing good, everything was doing good, right? Now all of a sudden now all this stuff is sparking up, and now everybody talks about it like it's one big ass shot. We've been telling you for years, man. We've been telling you so-called Black, Latino, Native American people, man, you Israelites. We've been telling the entire world that this is what's getting ready to happen, man. Right? Now you want to pray. The Lord ain't hearing that bullshit. First off, man, this is the Lord's plan, man. This isn't Ukraine's plan. This isn't Russia's plan. This isn't China's plan. This isn't the U.S.'s plan. This is the Lord's plan. Everything you see right now is happening because of the Lord, man. The Lord is the one that orchestrates all of this stuff, man. Not nobody out there tells you that, man. Islam doesn't tell you that. Christianity doesn't tell you that, man. They'll say it's Satan. They'll say ain't nothing but Satan. It's the Lord, man. The Lord is the one that does everything, whether it be good or bad. Guess what? You fall down the steps and you break something. They say you broke your finger because you fall down the steps. Guess what? The first thing that comes in my mind, if that ever did happen to me, anything that happens to me, right? Whether it be good or bad, I'll be like, hey, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? If something good happened, it'd be like, well, goddamn, what the hell I do to deserve this? If something bad happens, damn, what did I do to deserve this? And then our thought is immediately, the Lord must be getting me for something. The Lord must be getting me for something, right? That's our immediate thought, right? So now, let me jump on down, all right? Cause we get the point of this. It says Trump, who is running for presidency in 2024. You see the pride of America, man. How do you know 2024 is you're going to even make it in 2024, man? All right. It says spoke out about the development Monday morning in a post to his social media platform, Truth Social. In this post, the former president sought to blame Joe Biden's administration for the situation, quote unquote, the situation. Okay. Going on down here, this is what he said. It says, "Here we go, just as I predicted." No, this is what the I mean, it's easy to see, man. It's easy to see at this point. Now everybody can predict a lot of things, man. All these things. We've been telling you this stuff, man, for years. Now all of a sudden, everybody comes out of nowhere. See, just as I predicted. No, we've been telling you, man. We've been telling the world, man. And you devils have been watching. You devils have been watching. And a lot of you other people have been watching too. But here you go, right? Just as I predicted. No, man, the Israelites was telling you, man. Because it's easy to see now, right? It says now we're playing with the big stuff. The N-word. Why the hell is this shit popping up on, man? It's fucking ads, man. It says it says the N-word is now being used front and center. He said, referring to his phrase, the word nuclear, obviously. Trump continued, "This situation was caused by us. It's what happens when you have incompetent people running your government. All I can say to you right now is pray." Now you want to pray. Now you want to pray. America is the most carnal, unfaithful nation on a planet, man. And now all of a sudden you want to pray. Right? Now all of a sudden you want to pray. Right? Incompetent. This has nothing to do with incompetence. This has everything to do with the Lord, man. Guess what, Trump? If you was in office, the same thing would happen, man. The same exact thing would happen. It may be a little different. No matter what, no matter how you look at it. And see, this is what we get you people are voting for, man. You keep talking about if you don't vote, you make things worse. How the hell is that? You're the one that voted. First of all, right? So before we go anywhere else, you're the one that voted, right? You're the one that, since votes so-called count, since you believe votes count so much, you're the one that voted, right? So that means the problem is you. You know what I'm saying? That means the problem is you. So when things get worse, right? When you vote a president in and things get worse, guess what? You're the issue. Right? You're the issue. Because you done made things worse since you believe voting matters. Right? But here's the thing, man. And I'm gonna get a couple of scriptures. I just want to run through this article real quick. Here's the thing, man. There's really no such thing as avoiding situations. All right, what do I mean by that? Well, that's what I meant. There's really no such thing as avoiding a situation. A situation happens because the Lord wanted it to happen, man. There is nothing you could do about it. You see a group of niggas walk by, or you about to walk up with a group of niggas, you want to walk across the street. That isn't. You can say that's you avoiding a situation because you don't want to walk by them. You know. You can say that's you avoiding a situation, but that's the Lord putting the Spirit on you to avoid that situation. So guess what? If you walked up to him, and let's say nothing happened. I mean, well, that's because it's the Lord. Or let's say something did happen. It's because of the Lord. You get in a car crash. The Lord did it. So on and so on, man. So there's really no such thing as avoiding a situation, man. Right? When you call yourself avoiding situations, it's because the Lord, the man's goings are of the Lord. All right? It's because the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI wanted you to avoid that situation. Meaning he's the one that did it. He's the one that controlled you. He's the one that put that spirit on you to say, nah. And guess what? If a situation does happen, he could have had that happen for you to learn. That's what happens a lot of times too. It happens so you can learn. Right? So no matter who comes into office, right? No matter who comes into office, no matter who the president is, the mayor is, the Senate is, or the senator is, whoever is, right? Things are going to escalate. Things are not going to look good here. I don't see why you people don't see that, man. Right? Every single president that got into office, or a mayor that got into office, things have just gotten much, much worse because you don't understand that this is the Lord doing this, man. You see what happens when you're in the truth. So many answers get, so many questions get answered, man. So then you're left out there wondering, God damn, man. I mean, we can't find a right president. You're not going to, because the Lord doesn't want this place to get better. It's not going to get better because this place is on the downfall, man. All right, you people, it's going to take something major to happen for you people to realize that it's not going to get better. It's not meant to get better. Once you understand that, your walk becomes different, man. You don't get yourself entangled in all these a whole bunch of politics and stuff like that, because you know that it's all full of shit. You think about it, man. People, why do people vote now? Especially women. Why do people vote now? They're not doing it for moral reasons. They're doing it for their own personal comfort. He speaks good. He looks good. He's promising all these things, but it's just like you don't look deeper into it. It's just like, well, no, wait, there's gotta be something to that, right? So people don't have that right state of mind to even go out and vote because they're only worried about their personal comfort. All right. So what I'm going to do, man, because it's already prophesied for this place to fall, man. There's nothing you could do about it, no matter what president, you know. See, they're in the right. Trump. He's in the right state of mind, man, because he wants this country, to continue on. But you got the higher up, elites through the spirit of the YAHAWASHI that got other plans for America, man. They don't give a goddamn about America no more, right? They don't give a goddamn about America no more, man. All right. Revelation chapter 18, verse 6. It says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double it to her, double according to her works, in the cup which she have filled to her double. Right? What goes around comes around. Everybody keeps saying violence isn't the answer. Violence is what brings peace, if you didn't know. All right. It says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. Right? Who is this she? This is taught about America, man. Babylon the freak. All right. This is taught about Neo-Babylon, right? Or Neo-Roman Empire, what is today, man. But this is every one of those empires bundled in one. All right. Babylonian, Medo-Persian, all right, Grecian, all these, Assyrian, all of these wicked ass empires, man, is all bundled in one, right? This one here though is mainly, obviously we know that it's a straight up Neo-Roman Empire, straight up, right? But that's exactly what makes this worse, because it took on all those empires, man. Now that's what's going to make this place fall the hardest, man. All right. So what you people don't understand, man, and that's why history is very important. What happened to each and every last one of those empires? They fell. When you talk about Revelation 13, the deadly wound being healed, I mean, that's today. But that empire fell, didn't it? Right? Anyway, it says, so much torment and sorrow give her, all right, for she saith in her heart, I see the queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Right? That's the mindset that those list of empires that I mentioned. That's the same exact mindset that each and every last one of them had. I think Obadiah said, "Who's going to bring me down to the ground?" I set my nest high is the eagle and the stars and stuff like that. Who's going to bring me down? Right? It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, right? Death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM Yahawashi who judgeth her. Now, way back in Genesis, way back in Genesis, when you talk about Jacob and Esau, way back in Genesis, when you talk about Jacob and Esau, right? Jacob took the heel of Esau, What do you think that means? And that goes for you Christians too, man. What do you think that vocab, Mr. Dr. James White or Dr. Brown, him, that devil, right? What do you think? What do you think um Jacob and Esau, Jacob taking Esau's heel? What do you think that means, man? That's symbolic, right? It's already the Lord already way back in the beginning of the Bible, man. The Lord already prophesied that Jacob was going to be taking down Esau, right? It was only a matter of time when. And right now, that time is coming up. That's been prophesied already since the beginning. Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, I believe, talks about that, man. That has been prophesied since the beginning, since the earth was ever created. The Lord has already seen this through, man. Through and through, 100 goddamn times, man. 1,000, 100,000, damn, a million times. He done already seen it, man. Right? He's already seen it. There's nothing you can do, Esau. There's nothing you proud Americans can do. Right? And that goes to the rest of the world, man. Russia and China think they're going to be they're going to be the next superpower, man. Russia think they're going to be the next superpower. Guess what? For each and every last one of y'all devils, man, whether you be Moabite, whether you be Edomite, right? Whether you be a Ishmaelite, right? Don't matter, man. Israelites are coming back, man. Israelites are going to be on top. And each and every last one of you other nations are going to follow through the order of the Israelites, man. There's going to be no more disorder. The Lord has already seen this, man. What you Christians are trying to do, like you Dr. Browns and you vocabalites, you're trying to fight and fight and fight. You don't realize that you're fighting a losing. You're losing. You're fighting a losing battle. And this is why you start pulling up anything and everything you can to try to so-called debunk the Israelites, and you can't do it. This is why you have idiots that call themselves Israelites on your talk shows, right? And I'm talking about you side netters. I'm talking about you vocabalites, you Dr. Browns, right? And each and every last one of you talk shows, man, you get these idiots that call themselves Israelites that are so damn unlearned that can't answer a simple question. And then that's when you sit up there and say, debunked. Debunked. Each and every last one of you talk shows do that, man. You soap operas. Because that's what they look like, man. Each and every last one of y'all do that, man. And then you sit up there and say, see, Israelites debunked. They couldn't even answer a question. They got a spiritual lashing. You know what I'm saying? Each and every last one of y'all do that, man. No matter what you do, man, the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is getting ready to judge this place. He already is bringing judgment on this place. Look at it, man. Death. We're surrounded by death every single day, man. We're surrounded by nothing but death, right? And I'm not just talking about shootings and killing people. I'm talking about the people that's walking around right now, man. They are absolutely dead. When we go down to camp, man, you ain't gotta go down to camp, man. But when we go down to camp, man, the stuff that we see is absolutely ridiculous, man. Them homeless people that walk by be in their own world, man. Right? We seen some men and some women with pink, purple, brown. I mean, pink, purple, red, yellow, green, all these type color heads, man. Hair, right? That's dead. It's dead. It's the people will look when you got somebody walk by you and you can't tell whether they're male or female. It's literally dead. We're surrounded by death, man. You know what I'm saying? We're surrounded by nothing but absolute death, right? So that's part of the Lord's judgment, man, because we're going to start seeing that get worse and worse and worse. The spandexes that these women wear crammed up their ass, that are getting really ridiculous with it. I mean, like almost every one of them have it like way up their asses and shit, man. I mean, how much more attention do you need? But that is what the Lord has prophesied that is going to happen nearing the end. You wonder why when the prophets of old saw into some of the prophets of old that saw the future and they immediately threw up because they were not used to stuff like that. If we were living back then and we saw into the future right now, we would throw up. But the reason we aren't is because the Lord has built us up so much in this hell that it's just like, man, it's I mean, a lot of times you still do want to throw up, but it's just like you're not going to be as sick as you would as if it was just introduced to you like really really fast. And that's what Esau does, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what Esau does. Gradualism. But little do they know that the Lord is building his elect up, right? This is why we're able to handle certain things, man. This is why we're able to go out there on the highways and on the hedges to do what we do, man. In front of thousands of people, man, ready to fight us, right? You know how many people want to kill us, man? People hate the Israelites, man. They hate the Israelites, right? Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble." And I'm gonna get a precept on that in a minute, right? So all the proud, yeah, and all that do wickedly, right? Pride comes before destruction, right? And you have this thing, the American pride, proud American, right? You know what I'm saying? But the Lord has ways of humbling y'all, man, to down to the fact that now and this is Trump telling Americans to pray. You know what I'm saying? Trump of all people telling Americans to pray. Oh man. Then look, man, the Lord has a serious way of humbling. Like I said, the most carnal nation on the planet, right? That you could do whatever it is you want to do. Now all of a sudden the Lord has put the spirit on y'all to want to pray now. If that ain't the power of the Lord, man, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. If it's not the power of the Most High, man, I really don't know what it is. All right. It says, "In the day," continuing on, it says, "In the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, Lord of armies." Okay, Lord of armies. "That it shall leave them neither root nor branch." All right. It shall leave them neither root nor branch. This has already been prophesied that this place is going to fall, man. There is nothing you could do about it, though, no matter how many presidents, senators, mayors, governors, whoever else you get, man. It don't matter. This place is done, man. This place is done. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 31. It says, "Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord God of hosts, saith the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, God of armies, power of armies. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus saith the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go." You know this is talking about America as well, right? You can say this is talking about Babylon, because that's around the time Jeremiah was in the Babylonian era, right? But that's why I made mention that America is Babylon. America is the Grecian Empire. You know, the Greek and the the Roman and the Syrian and all these other wicked ass empires, man. Right? This is every last one of them mixed in one, man. Right? So this has everything to do with today. If this had nothing to do with today, then we this book wouldn't be here. Right? This book wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Pharaoh. You know, Pharaoh the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so he don't let the children of Israel go. So what happened? Of Egypt, what happened? Well, you can read it for yourself of what happened, right? It said, verse 34. So it said, right. So it said, you refuse to let the children of Israel go, and how are we being held captive today? Through social media, through money, through pretty much everything. Still, man, we just don't have physical chains around us right now, right? We don't have the physical chains, but they refuse. But now even our people refuse to break out of their out of that slave state of mind. So they got us. They got a spiritual chain. They got a chain on our minds, pretty much. That's how they're holding us captive, right? Women believing that they're equal to men and stuff like that, man. Just that's just one of the major things. That's a spiritual chain on the mind of a woman and even men, because you got more men thinking that way, right? That women are equal to us and shit, man. Right? Being a simp. That is a chain on the mind, right? That is prison on the mind, right? You could do whatever it is you want to do. All these different crazy religions, Islam, Christianity, and all these other crazy religions, and whatever else you people believe, man. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff, man, it's a chain on the mind, man. Okay? It says their Redeemer is strong. It says the Lord of hosts is his name. IUIC, I thought the name didn't matter. Right? I thought the name didn't matter anyway. It says he shall thoroughly, right, plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land, and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. It says a sword is upon the Chaldeans. Oh boy. Who are the Chaldeans today, man? Chaldeans are the modern day, or a representation of the modern day Edomites. Okay? Esau Edom, the one that, the so-called white man, right? It says, saith the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, sword, right? That's an instrument of destruction. So it's nothing good coming Esau's way. Whether it be Moabites, whether it be Edomites, whether it be any other nation, man. Hell, even Jake. You want to follow Esau so much, and you want to follow his ways so much. Guess what? The sword is is upon you too. All right, the sword is coming upon you too. Okay, it says and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. Okay, so again, man, that definitely has everything to do with today as well, man. All right. So anyway, man, that's all I pretty much got on this. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. A little more talking than usual, but sometimes, man, it just get like that. Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Shalom.